好的，我们首先来介绍一下我们这位先生 Jim。为什么他穿成就是戴着这样一个帽子呢？那是因为在150年前的话，以前在澳大利亚有很多的苍蝇，所以说呢用手来赶呢特别麻烦，说带一个这个东西呢晃来晃去的就可以驱赶这些苍蝇，说非常的有意思。哇！
Jim is going to recite a famous Australian poem written about 120 years ago.
好的，接下来我们这位先生 Jim 呢，将会为大家来朗诵一首诗，是一个120年前澳大利亚的一首古老的诗。
It is a humorous poem about a man from the country that comes to the big town of Sydney.
这个诗呢是非常有意思的一个诗，它呢主要是讲述一个人从乡下来到了一个大城市的一个故事。
He has never been to the Sydney town before, and he has a big beard. He has a very big beard.
这个先生呢，就是这个男士从来没有去过这么大的城市，并且他有非常大的胡子。
And he decides that he would like to look like the people from Sydney. So he goes to the barber and he says, "Shave my beard off."
所以呢，他来到了理发店，因为他理发店和我们是一样的，不仅剪头发，还可以去刮胡子。所以他告诉那个刮胡子的师傅说呢，把我的胡子全部刮掉。
But the barber likes to trick people all of the time. And he says to his friends in the barber shop, "I'm going to make this man from the country think that I have cut his throat."
然后呢，这个爸爸，我给大家解释一下，爸爸不是我们国家的爸爸，是指的刮胡子的师傅，就是理发师的意思。然后他呢，他特别喜欢恶作剧，然后呢，他就跟这个人说：“我要割断你的喉咙。”
So the barber makes the razor very hot by dipping it in the hot water.
然后呢，这个刮胡子师傅就把这个刮胡子刀呢，就放在热水里边，弄得特别的热，把整个刀。
And then he uses the wrong side of the razor, the wrong side of the razor, to cut his.
然后呢，他用刀的另外比较光滑的一面，在他脖子上划了一下。
And then the man from the country, who's called the man from Ironbark, he fights the barber.
于是呢，这个从乡下来的男人呢，就打起来，就打这个刮胡子的师傅。
The policeman comes, and then the barber says, "It was just in fun."
然后这刮胡子师傅说，只是好玩而已。
Then the man from the country goes back to his home. And he tells all his friends, "The barber tried to cut my throat, but it was too tough."
然后呢，这个乡下来的这个男人呢，回去之后就告诉他所有的朋友，这个我去大城市，这个理发师呢想要切断我的喉咙，但是呢，我的喉咙非常的坚硬，非常牛，没有切断。 好的，一个非常有意思的一个笑话而已。好的，现在呢，我们这个 Jim 先生将为大家来复述这首诗，然后我们一起掌声，谢谢给他。OK。
Okay, you all know I'm Nicey, I guess. I actually hail from a northwestern Queensland town. That's up towards the Gulf country. Sorry, I was late. The hometown is Cloncurry. Some say that's where the crows fly backwards to keep the dust out of their eyes. If you're still wondering about the queer-looking hat, Aussies from the outback use the corks to keep the flies away from their face. There is another alternative to keep them away from your face. You drop your dacks They see your bum and they fly from the face to the bum. They prefer the bum to the face. I actually speak in many tongues. What I may be talking in, I usually call Pidgin Aussie Chinglish. I'll be reading the poem now. I'll continue with the poem that was written by Banjo Patterson about 150 years ago. Okay. I am acting as the man from Iron Bark. My friend Vince is the barber. My wife I asked to play the part of the barber, but she would have really cut my throat. This one is just pretend. Because I'm the man from Iron Bark, I sit in the chair ready for my shave. The man from Iron Bark. It was the man from Iron Bark who struck the Sydney town. He wandered over street and park. He wandered up and down. He wandered here, he wandered there, till he was about to drop. And last, in sheer despair, he sought a barber shop. The barber man is small and flash, as barbers mostly are. He wore a strike your fancy sash and smoked a huge cigar. He was a humorist of note and keen at repertoire. He lays the odds and kept the tote, whatever that might be. And when he saw a friend arrive, he whispered, "Here's a lark. Just watch me catch him all alive," said the man from Iron Bark. There were some gilded youths. There were some gilded youths that sat along the barber's wall. Their eyes were dark, their heads were flat. They had no brains at all. To them, the barber passed a wink, his dexter eyelid shot. Just watch me make this bloomin' yokel think his bloomin' throat is cut. As he soaked and rubbed it in, he made a rude remark. "I suppose the flats is pretty green this time of year. Up there in Iron Bark." A grunt was all the reply he got. He shaved the bushman's cheek. He made the water boiling hot and dipped the razor in. He raised his hand, his brow grew black. He paused a while too glad, then slashed the red-hot razor back across the bushman's throat. Oh! Oh! Upon the newly shaven skin, it made a living mark. No doubt it fairly took him in, the man from Iron Bark. He raised a wild up-country yell again. Yeah! My God! I'm murdered still. That night, that might wait the dead to hear, because he thought he knew full well his throat was cut from ear to ear. He struggled gamely to his feet to face his murderous foe. "You know, I'm beat one hit before I go." And all the while he held his throat to save his vital spark. And "Murder, murder, bloody murder," yelled the man from Iron Bark. He lifted up his pair with one tremendous clout. Landed it on the barber's jaw and knocked the bastard out. He set to work with tooth and nail to make the place to wreck. And he grabbed the nearest gilded youth and tried to break his neck. I only wish I had a knife, you blessed murdering shark. Then you'd remember in your life, all your life, of the man from Iron Park. A peeler man who heard the din came in to see the show. He tried to run the bushy in, but he refused to go. Now I try and put the hand to go. And when at last the barber spoke, he said, it was just a little joke. A trifle overdone. A joke, he cried. By George, that's fine, you lively sort of lark. I'd like to catch you all alone one night in Iron Park. And now around the shearing floor, the listening shearer's gloat. He tells a story o'er and o'er and brags of his escape. Those barber chaps would keep the tote. By George, I've had enough. One tried to cut me bloomin' throat, but thank the Lord it's tough. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.